was that. That was the end of the stock car story.
Yeah, I'd gone to, when the cup team shut down, I was sort of doing a race by race thing in the nationwide car, and I
Yeah.
got on so much better with that car. Qualified on pole at the Glen, um, in the nationwide car. Jimmy was in that race. A bunch of proper drivers. So I was proud of that. But then I went to Bristol, and I think I qualified on the front row, and I ran up front all night. I was like, oh, I'm getting the hang of this thing.
Yeah.
Um, but then it all changed. I tested at Richmond, I think, and I was going to do the Richmond race, but then I went to Detroit to the IndyCar race, and I was going there to watch my brother racing sports cars.
Yep.
I had no interest in going back to IndyCar, and
None.
none.
Yeah.
I was like, I've done it. And then I remember standing watching Scott Dixon go through turn 1 and 2 in Detroit, and I just thought, oh, I want to drive one of them again.
Yeah.
I'd been lying to myself basically, and so I completely by chance I sat down with Mike Hull from Ganassi, Mike's the managing director there. We sat on the tail lift of one of the trucks, and he said, "What's going on?" And I said, "Oh, I thought I didn't want to race IndyCar anymore, but I saw the cars. I felt, I really want to do it, but all the good stuff's gone, Mike, and I don't want to drive at the back of the field. I'm not going to get in a bad car." And he said, "Well, not so fast. Dan Weldon's just told us this morning that he's leaving, so we've got an open seat.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Let me go talk to Chip." So Chip and I negotiated my contract standing behind Dixon's timing stand in pit lane, and 6 o'clock the next morning, we had a signed deal,
Wow.
and that was it.
So you've got this opportunity to return and race. You're racing for Chip, the same guy that you'd been messing with the stock cars for. Tell us what kind of guy he is. I mean, I think I've absolutely enjoyed every moment I've ever spent around Chip Ganassi. Fun dude, good. Heart at his heart, he's a racer. Understands what it takes to go fast. And but I would be curious as to your opinion and your experiences.
To me, Chip NASCAR team owner was different than Chip IndyCar team owner.
Yeah.
Um, he in NASCAR he was trying to build the organization. In IndyCar he was the organization to beat. Yet him and Roger had this sort of, and have had for decades, this
Yeah.
this competition. But Chip, to me, as this talk team owner, first of all, he he puts the right people in position to do the job. He gives you the tools to do the job, whether that's the financial tools, whether that's the technical stuff, whether that's the people, and then he expects you to go do it. And he wants results. But he's very loyal. You see a lot of people in the team. I've been there for 25 plus years, and I work with a team as an advisor on the IndyCar side, and he to me, as you said, he's a racer. He wants to win. He always says every at the start of every season in every race, what's our two goals? Win the Indy 500, win the championship. He's there to win, and but he doesn't suffer fools gladly. He's got no time for BS,
Mm-hmm.
and but as a person, as a human, if you're in trouble, Chip's the guy you want on your side. And that's for his drivers, for anybody in his organization, for his friends, for people he kind of half knows in the paddock. He's that guy who'll get stuff done if you're in trouble, in whatever that may look like, in medical trouble, whatever. He's there's a soft center to that hard shell.